I want your necklace, the water sprite Nareda says to Tristan. The one that was created by the Fey Queen over 1,000 years ago, was gifted to witches, and then somehow ended up in the hands of the vampires. The one whose magic you've been using to seduce your illusionist. My stomach drops to my feet as her words settle in. Tristan's necklace, the one that previously belonged to his brother Dominic, has magic. Seduction magic. And he's been using it to seduce me this entire time. It makes a sickening amount of sense. The way I was immediately drawn toward him at the bar and let him kiss me in front of every other person there. The calming warmth the necklace radiates every time I'm near it. The way it enveloped me in safety the day I wore it, as if Tristan was there, looking out for me. From the pain twisting in Tristan's golden eyes, I know Nereda's accusation is correct. It's true, I say to him simply, a statement instead of a question. It wasn't like that. Tristan wraps his fingers around the garnet pendant, as if protecting it, defending it. Then what was it like? Before he can answer, Connor snarls, shifts into his wolf form, and launches at Tristan. Tristan jumps to the side, barely evading Connor's gnashing teeth and outstretched claws. I glance at Hazel, but she's backed up to the wall, her hands held up to show that she's staying out of this fight. Connor, stop! I cry out, but my words are drowned out as Tristan calls upon his air magic and blasts a gust of wind at Connor, strong enough to send him flying into the opposite wall. Nereda watches with a cruel smile. Her gaze lands on me, triumph burning in her eyes. Anger surges through me, and I jump between Connor and Tristan, raising my hands to hold them back. Stop! My fury takes over, and the stones that make up the walls of the blockhouse rumble, the floor quaking beneath my feet. The four of them still. I rein in my magic, but it's too late. I can't change what I've done. Connor shifts back into human form and eyes Tristan like he's prey. Let that serve as a reminder that I can collapse this entire place with my magic, he says, taking credit for what I did. It works. Tristan believes him, and he backs off. He and Hazel don't know I can use earth magic, and I intend on keeping it that way. Connor and I both want to keep it that way. I'm glad I kept the truth from Tristan. Despite the necklace and the blood bond, at least part of me was smart enough to not fully trust him. That part was me, my wolf speaks up. You're welcome. If she didn't live inside my body, I'd strangle her for how self-satisfied she sounds. Now's not the time for this conversation, I tell her instead. Luckily, she agrees. Nereda's eyes flicker to the rumbling walls, then back to me. She clearly knows I was responsible for that display of power, thanks to my use of earth magic to pass her test a few hours ago to enter the blockhouse. I hold her gaze, daring her to reveal the truth. She says nothing. We don't have long until 6 a.m. Hazel's voice slices through the silence. We have to get out of here now. 6 a.m., the time when Central Park will no longer overlap with the Fey realm and will be dumped back into the human world. We don't want to be in the blockhouse when that happens, because this place feels different from the rest of the Fey realm, like it exists on its own plane entirely. It's too risky to be here when the transition occurs. Give Nereda the necklace, Connor says to Tristan. His voice is carefully measured, as if it's taking every ounce of control for him to not shift again and attack. Tristan hesitates, conflict raging in his eyes, but then he reaches up and unclasps it. Fine, he says, his gaze hardening as he drops it into Nereda's outstretched hand. Take it. The warmth that once radiated from it, the invisible thread that tied me to Tristan, evaporates in an instant. But underneath it all, I still feel the pull of the blood bond, a soft whisper of longing that's distinct from the necklace's magic. I refuse to listen to it. I will resist. Nereda grins, her conniving blue eyes gleaming in the light of the waterfall.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.